Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're out here on a busy stretch of road right outside of Vicksburg, Mississippi. And I thought, since we're going to do Vicksburg, we should probably, you've already seen the other videos, right? Where we went over to the canal that Grant was trying to dig. Well, once they fled from there, once the canal fell, they went up north to the mounds that I was talking about. So Sherman himself came this way, and this was the starting battle, the Battle of Chickasaw Bayou in 1862 in December. He brought 32,000 men with him, and he was defeated by 9,000 Confederate troops. I thought this would be a great place to start the video because as we go through the rest of Vicksburg and what happened, we're going to go from the start, which is here, all the way to the surrender, which is in the national park. So hopefully this is a good point for us to figure out. Yeah, so I'm gonna try not to get run over before I, by the time I can get here. All right, so we'll see you guys in the national park. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is our last, don't want to trip over the cannon, this is our last Vicksburg video. We have went and did a few things around here in Vicksburg, and today we take the tour of the whole of the national park. It's a $20 ticket. You got to buy it online because of, you know, the way the world is. So we're going to, like, over there is the visitor center. Normally that's where you go pay, but right now you got to get it online. So I thought we're going to start here. We're going to try to video as we go along through the park, and as we get to each one of the points, hopefully I can put a little map up, and we can, or I can show you how to do all, you know, where everything's at as far as the points go, and maybe we can learn something along the way, because I've really wanted to come here for a long time, and because of you, I'm able to come. So thank you guys so much, and if this is your first time here, hey, thanks for showing up, thanks for watching the video. And if you don't mind, hit that subscribe, like, you know, do all the things. And if this isn't your first time, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I can bring you something interesting today. We're right in front of the Union Army. See, the one over there is the Confederate too. So, yeah, with all that said, I'll tell you what, let's get our tour started because they're opening up the gates. And it is getting serious. Let's go do the Battle of Vicksburg, or at least talk a little bit about this national park and what it has to offer. Let's go. So we're going to number 1, wherever that's at. Let's go down this hill. Here we go. Entering the Union lines is what this says. That dude looks like he could kick your butt. That's Ohio. Look at a greyhound dog. All right, now
77th Infantry.
we can pull over right here, and I'll see what we can get. What we got out of this. So as you, it may be hard to tell, but when you come through, you're going to see all kinds of monuments for each regiment that served. Like over here, you saw us driving through what I guess they considered the trench, the Union trench. So all Union things will be labeled in blue. All Confederate things are going to be labeled in red. So here's your Indiana Infantry Memorial. The 18th. Yeah, so there's that, and there's memorials all over this. Now once you get your ticket, then you go inside, they will give you a little brochure as to where everything's at. So let's keep going around the bend, and we'll see. We're looking for number 1, the first stop.
Turn it off, it's gonna
Yeah. That's alright, it ain't no big deal.
We got a shower headed our way. It was like an isolated one. That's good. Who's this? Ohio? Ohio. One of these oak trees has got any musket balls or anything in them.
I bet they do.
They tell you up front, no relic hunting.
Yep. There it is.
Is that what we were saying yesterday?
That's the obelisk we saw yesterday. It has to be.
Illinois. Soldiers in this thing.
Yeah, that's when they have the largest monument.
Sweet gum.
Hey, it's over here. So this is an example of the blue sign. As if they're blue, they're Union, and red is Confederate. So right along through here, right along this line, was the Union trench as the siege was happening. Let's see what, boy, it is. It rained all day yesterday. And we're going to go up to this obelisk here in a second. Actually, I'm going to walk. And let's see what. We've got Indiana coming up. It wouldn't be fun to walk this if it wasn't so up and down, if it was more flat. Says the fat guy. So here's number one, or I think this is the number one spot. Indiana's monument to their 48th Infantry and 59th Infantry. That's what it looked like. There's the little buffaloes and the siege dates and all of that stuff. Let's go up to the obelisk and see what it's all about. I feel like we're one of the first on the trail. So as we go up to the obelisk, my goodness, what an obelisk it is. There's over 1,300 markers here designating divisions that fought in this battle, or at least the siege also. Minnesota. Wow. Like, you can't even put in perspective. Third Infantry and 4th Infantry. The casualties are listed on it and everything. Wow. Now that's a monument. That's beautiful. If you were going to make a monument, Minnesota did it right, didn't they? Holy cow. We still haven't even made it to the first thing yet. Because I'm really excited to be here. I've wanted to see this my whole life. So I'm glad that we're here together to experience this for the first time together. Because I haven't looked at anything. I wanted to be as surprised as you guys were. So this is the 12th battery from where they did the siege from. The Wisconsin Light Artillery. And I guess at one time it also says the Army of the Tennessee was here. The battery had 4 10-pounder rifles in positions near the Jackson Road, which I guess we're close to. One section served 2 of them till the end of the siege. So from here, they were using these guys to go boom boom that way. I can see why they would set up here. Makes sense, right? Here's another monument. The 6th Battery. They lost 1 man, 4 wounded. Champion Hill. Man, there's some ants around here too. If you ever come out here, watch out for the ants, that's for sure. Wow. So each one of these what looks like a divot is the battery hole. That sounds weird to say, doesn't it? The battery hole. So you could imagine, see, here's another Wisconsin plaque where they have the cannon pointing in that direction. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And as we saw earlier with the Union Trench over there, it worked its way across, and you can see the little blue plaques over there and over here, and there's one over here also where the Union were entrenched during the siege. This is awesome. Thank God for national parks and the American Battlefield Trust and places like that help keep this stuff alive. Living where I live, he grew up hearing a lot about this. Whether what I grew up listening to was right or wrong doesn't matter. It's still pretty important. History is important. If you don't, there's that old saying that if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it, right? Let's get back in the car and let's see where there's some more battery points. I'm not going to get out at every battery and every marker. I want you guys to come see all this for yourself too. But we got to be getting close to the first point. Let's go. Yes!
Oh, this is where they dug. And
this is where they blew the mines up.
And this dude don't know how to pull.
Well, they're letting the kids get pictures. It's all right. I'm going to do the same thing they're doing. Look at that.
What'd you say, Pemberton Avenue?
Yeah, we're going to go that way. We're going to go the way they're... Make sure you get it for your Instagram.
That's the Illinois monument up there.
Yeah, all right, let's pause right here.
And that's that house that's talking about.
Yep. I don't know if I would ever be able to put it into words what this looks like. When you come around and you come off that hill, which you're going to see on the GoPro, you'll hear my excitement. Once we get up to the house, I'm going to explain what all this looks like. But my goodness. Like, I can't put into words what that looks like. Let's get on around the corner and see what else we see. God, this is so exciting. Okay. So we've came up the hill from that way, right? I really wish I could express what this... I wish I could show in a video what this really looks like. Could you imagine, like, as we walk over here to this next thing across the battery, could you imagine being 18 years old, whether you're on the red or the blue side, and you think both sides are right? I mean, we know which side was right. That's really not too debatable. But at the time, fighting in a war, 18 years old, having to cross, you have all these cannons set up, and you're having to cross this hill, or this, I don't even know what you would call this. You're having to cross this, right? Cannons coming down, bullets, sharpshooters, you know, the works. I couldn't imagine what that was like for not even just 18-year-olds, but any man having to go through this. You know, I forget what they termed it. It used to be shell shock, and then PTSD, and everything else that comes with it. But my goodness, what an absolute breathtaking scene. This is worth $20 for this to me. Even if I didn't see anything else, even if there was no Cairo ship that they recovered. This is the battery at Glowier. The Union Army concentrated its cannons. Confederates spread theirs out. You could see the enemy defenses from over there, which If you see that tall obelisk over there, that was the Confederate side. And we're standing on the Union side. So you're looking across at the enemy with cannons. Can't imagine how many men had to die for this. I mean, we know we have a total, but gosh almighty, it's heavy, man. It really is. Coming across from where we were on the battlefield, you work your way around. And now we're heading that way, heads towards the Confederate line. But first, the Illinois Monument. I really don't, like, video just isn't fair. Like, you guys have to come see this. If you can find a way to get down to Vicksburg. Which I could see why this is one of the largest, because Illinois is, you know, Abraham Lincoln and Grant are from there. Wow. There's Lincoln, Grant, Yates. Oh my goodness. There's all the names. There's an echo in here. Look at all the names of all the infantry divisions. Illinois erects this monument in remembrance of the services, the suffering, the sacrifices, and the devotion of her sons who participated on land and water in the campaign and siege of Vicksburg from March 29,